how's it going? Steve here. Today I'm going to show you the only games I've got by Capcom. And just to be clear, I have never played any Capcom games before. However, The Legend of Zelda Minish Cap doesn't really count as a Capcom game, even though it's developed by Capcom, because it's still a Nintendo published game, so that doesn't count. I've been playing some Capcom games since 2011 on the Wii and the 3DS, so I'm going to show you the first Capcom game I played, and that is Tatsunoko vs. Capcom Ultimate All-Stars. And I obviously wanted to try something a lot different. This is also the game that shaped me. Just to learn what I need to know about Capcom, and not quite sure about the Tatsunoko characters when I first played this game. And since then, I also picked up Super Street Fighter 4 3DS edition on the 3DS as my very first Street Fighter game. So, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom Ultimate All-Stars is my first Capcom game, and Super Street Fighter 4 is my first Street Fighter game. And I played other Capcom games like Virtual Console, such as Super Street Fighter 2, The New Challengers, and Street Fighter Alpha 2, even those on the mini Nintendo Entertainment System like Mega Man 1 or 2, and on the mini Super Nintendo like Mega Man X on the mini Super Nintendo. So those are the games I showed you already, the physical ones, and the games I mentioned are the downloadable ones on my Wii Virtual Console and the mini Super Nintendo. So let's do this. In no particular order, on the Wii I have Resident Evil, The Umbrella Chronicles, Resident Evil, The Dark Side Chronicles, and Dead Rising Drop to Your Drop on the Wii. Exclusive to the 3DS, I have Resident Evil The Mercenaries 3D, and this is actually my very first Resident Evil game. Well, in Japan, it's called Biohazard. It's actually a HD port of the original 3DS exclusive game, Resident Evil Revelations. And I did say HD port because the original game was released exclusively for the 3DS with the Controller Pro support for the OG 3DS. So this is actually my very first adventure game of the Resident Evil series I played. Because the Mercenaries 3D may be my very first Resident Evil game, but it's actually a high-score chasing game. So Resident Evil Revelations is my very first Resident Evil game for going through the adventure. On PS3, I have Street Fighter 4, DMC Devil May Cry, Devil May Cry 4, and Dead Rising 2 off the record. Exclusively to Nintendo Switch, I have Ultra Street Fighter 2 The Final Challenges. I got a physical copy of Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection on Switch, and I downloaded a PS4 version on my PS4 as I transferred it from PS4 to PS5. Speaking of downloads, I also downloaded Street Fighter 5, except this is a Championship Edition I downloaded on my PlayStation, on both PS4, so I transferred to my PS5, and on Xbox Series X, I downloaded Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and on Xbox Series X, I downloaded Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. On Xbox 360, I have Lost Planet Extreme Condition, Resident Evil 5, known as Biohazard 5 in Japan, Dead Rising, and that has got backwards compatibility for the Series X and the One, and Dead Rising 3 on Xbox One. And that's not because I have a few Capcom amiibos, Ryu, Mega Man, known as Rockman in Japan, and Ken from the Street Fighter series. I got some Tubbs cosplaying Ducks, the Street Fighter ones, Mega Man Pop, an Iceman keychain gifted to me by my little sister TD33 when she was in PAX in 2019, a few Pixel Pals, Ken, Ryu, and Akuma, known as Goyuki in Japan. I downloaded a couple of Mega Man Legacy Collection games on my Switch, and I have a couple of Street Fighter movies on DVD. Street Fighter, the 1994 movie, may not be as good as the games. I just hope the movie turns out a lot better than this one. But I kind of like Assassin's Fist better than this one. This is actually a true origin story to the Street Fighter universe. So what's your favourite Capcom game? Let me know down in the comments below. You may as well go to say, just leave a fist emoji or an explosion emoji or a controller emoji you can hit like, subscribe, ring the bell to be notified, give me a follow down in the description below, and thanks for watching.